Hello viewers. Recently I made a video about a young guy that burnt his academic certificates due to frustration for not having a job. I think he said about 13 or 14 years after graduation. So this is a follow-up video. In this video, I want to talk about some of the causes of lack of jobs, some of the causes of unemployment. Well, so many people have this erroneous belief that government should provide employment for everybody. I am not trying to absorb the government in any way. However, in an ideal economy, the government alone cannot provide jobs for everybody. The government can provide the enabling environment for industries to spring up, to thrive. Take, for example, in Nigeria, the government is not doing the things that they are supposed to do to enable industries thrive. For example, there is no constant power supply. It is a shame that in a country like this, we are still struggling with less than 10,000 megawatts of electricity supply. It's very, very shameful. Insecurity is a problem. And then you talk about the high cost of diesel and PMS for running the power, to provide power for industries or small scale businesses. So the government no dey try at all. However, I want us to focus on another factor in this video. And the factor that I want us to focus on is this, that of lack of unemployment, because those who can set up businesses are discouraged from setting up businesses. There are actually so many Nigerians who are not so super rich, but they can spare 5 million naira, 10 million naira, 20 million naira, 50 million naira to set up businesses. What normally happens? When these people set up businesses, you will discover that after maybe like 6 months or at most 1 year, those businesses fold up. What has happened? Those people that were brought into the businesses, the employees of the business, they see the business as a cash cow. There is this popular saying, where you dey work, now you dey shop. They are not satisfied with their salaries. Whatever salary that you pay to them, they are not satisfied. They are always looking for that extra money from the business, irrespective of whether it's going to hurt the interest of the business. And they will do everything to create loopholes to divert the resources of the business. Sometimes it is time. Once you are not there, they are not dedicated to the business. They are not going to put in the required amount of time that you agreed with them. Those that are there, they will be slipping away. They want you to constantly monitor them before they do what they are supposed to do. And those that have access to the finances of the business, they create a whole lot of loopholes just to make sure that some extra thing comes into their pocket. At the end of the day, all of these things hurt the balance sheet of the business. And then when you run the business for 6 months, 1 year, maximum 2 years, and you are not seeing anything out of the business folds up. If you set up 1, 2, 3 businesses and nothing comes out of the business, what happens? The natural thing you want to do is, whatever money you earn, you want to keep it. You don't want to set up businesses again. What happens if these factors are not there? People set up businesses. A single business can employ up to 5, 10, 20, or sometimes 100 people. So the more people setting up businesses, the more people are taken out of the unemployment market. But when people are discouraged and they do not set up businesses, what normally happens? Well, unemployment will increase. And it is so bad in Nigeria, this entitlement mentality, this workshop mentality, where you dey work, now you dey shop. It is so bad. You bring in your own relatives into the business, they will make sure they ruin you. If you try to make any case out of it, oh, they will take you to the family meeting and they will so rubbish. How can you say your brother stole your money? And then even if you take the case to the police are not helping matter. Anyway, we'll talk about police on another day. But what I'm trying to point out is that there are a lot of factors that are working against those who genuinely want to set up businesses. I am a living example. I have set up a number of businesses throughout my working career with the hope that, okay, these businesses can provide an extra stream of income. Most of the businesses are set up, or most of them have crashed. And I know that the story is the same for those who are middle income earners, who are working somewhere or they have some money to invest in setting up businesses. The story is almost the same. Out of 100 businesses, you hardly have up to 5 that will survive. So when people get tired of setting up businesses, what do? They just keep their money in the bank, fixed deposit, or any other place where they can keep it, provided the capital is safe. Even if depreciation is going to affect the capital, but provided the capital is safe. It's better your capital is safe somewhere than you invest business and you start quarreling with people, quarreling with relatives and the rest, getting into unnecessary whatever with the police or court cases and the rest of it. Nobody is ready for that. So that is something that we need to work on. Our mentality as Nigerians, this workshop mentality, this entitlement mentality, not putting in our best into any business where we are employed, trying to exploit the business, it is discouraging a whole lot of people and it is contributing to the unemployment in the country. The private sector can provide most of the employment, but how many people are the private sector able to, how many big companies are there? The big companies are few. It is these small, medium-scale enterprises that should employ people. But once you set up a business and you are not there, forget about it. It is going to be stories that touch at the end of the day. Please, Nigerians, we need to work on our mentality. If anybody has some money to set up a business and he brings you in to come and work in the business, don't see the business as a workshop where you dey work, now you dey chop. All of these things are contributing to the unemployment in the country. Eventually, that person will get discouraged and is not going to set up a business again. I have a business in my backyard. That business has somehow managed to survive for up to 15 years. It is about 15, 16 years now. The reason is that the business is in my backyard. But I know how many times me and my wife, we have to, we have to follow the workers bumper to bumper. We know that if we are not here, this business cannot survive. It is because we are following them bumper to bumper. That is why the business is still operating. The business, even if it does not give me anything at the end of the month, at least it is able to fuel my cars and pay for the electricity bills. Okay, for now, that's enough. But I can bet you, if you were not here, because several times those you entrust the business to, they run the business aground. Those you or they put their hands into the monies of the business. Those who have little access to the monies in the business, like the drivers who go out for sales, if you don't chase them bumper to bumper, your money will not come out. How many cases have I taken to the police and nothing comes out of it? So Nigerians, please, let us change our mentality. I really don't know what the National Orientation Agency is doing. Let us sensitize Nigerians. My brothers, my sisters, please, we are killing ourselves. The more the number of persons that are out of the employment market, the better it is for all of us. The better it is for the government. And the better it is for the society. Imagine in your family, if you are the only person working in your family, you are in trouble, oh, you are in trouble. because everybody will bring his problems, and you are bound to solve the problems one way or the other, whether you like it or not. So when small and medium scale businesses thrive, some members of your family who ordinarily will be depending on you are the ones that are going to work in those places. But if anywhere you enter, you want to kill that business, and people, because of that, refuse to set up businesses, where will you work? Where will other persons who are connected to you, where will they work? Let us drop this mentality of workshop, entitlement mentality, always trying to create loopholes, exploiting businesses wherever we are working. It is not helping us as a people. That is why so many people, they jackpot. Because if you run a business and you don't get anything out of it, you set up another business, you are not getting anything out of it, definitely you will be tired. Many Nigerians are tired of setting up businesses. We are hurting ourselves. We think we are smart, but on the long run, we are hurting ourselves. We are hurting the society. We are hurting the economy. Please, let us change this mentality of workshop, entitlement, where you dey work, now you dey chop, creating loopholes and not putting in our best into businesses just because the owner of the business, the eye of the owner of the business cannot be there 100 all the time. Please, I must commend the Igbos in this respect. An Igbo man sets up a shop. He will go to the village, he will bring his relatives, and those relatives, they will make sure they help him to manage that business, that shop, until the shop grows. They can serve him for 5 years, for 10 years, and then at the end of the day, you settle that person to go and set up his own business. That is why among the Igbos today, you have so many millionaires, so many billionaires among the Igbos, because they are ready to go through this phase of, what do you call it, apprenticeship. Not necessarily apprentice. Okay, I'm looking for the right word. Anyway, they are ready to go through, they are ready to endure, to go through that phase of apprenticeship and waiting patiently until you will settle them. And it is working very well for them. I read about a recent study where they said the economy of the Igbos in Alaba market alone is quantified in trillions of naira. Yes, it's because they can bend their head down and work with their masters until they are settled. But go and take my people now. Before 6 months, you people will quarrel. Somebody from my place, my Delta people, we cannot serve our brothers for 1 full year without problem. Either they have scorned with the money of the business, or they become too heady and then they are not able to stay with their masters or the people who brought them in, and then they leave the business thinking that the person is exploiting them. They go and then set up their own businesses, and how well have they been able to manage their businesses? So this is my little update for us this morning. Let us drop this workshop mentality, this entitlement mentality, where we think that wherever we work, we must get extra pay. That money that the company promised to pay you as salary at the end of the month, that is your entitlement. Any other thing other than that, you are not entitled to it. Please, I'm going to be, with time, I am going to discuss other factors of the reasons why there is so much unemployment. Please continue to follow my page, comment on this video, share your thoughts with us, share this video, and follow my page. Also invite others to follow my page. Thank you, and bye for now.